So we are here today with Kimberly Caudle Lewis, who is the CEO and co-founder of Project XYV in Huntsville. And Kimberly, on behalf of the entire Yellowhammer team, let me just first start saying congratulations. We are so excited to be able to tell your story to our statewide audience, and really just want to say thank you for allowing us to spend this time together and allowing us to share that story.
I'm just honored to be even acknowledged. So thank you for doing this, and thank you for looking out for the women of the state of Alabama and giving them a chance to be exposed and to let everybody know that we've got some wonderful women here in the state, and it's just great to be part of them. So thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, let's start a little bit on talking about being a woman in a leadership role inside the business community. Are there any unique challenges that you've had to face as an innovator and entrepreneur, and anything that you would like to talk about on how you overcame those challenges?
Being a woman in business, period, you seem like you always have to prove yourself sometimes, several times, and especially in the defense contracting world where we kind of got started doing some of the government contracting work we do. It's a interesting world because I'm not former military, and it just makes it hard to navigate because most of the people that you're communicating with are males. So it took time to prove that you could do the job and to get out there and do it in a way that you felt comfortable with, and to encourage other people or let other people see that you were able to do the type of work. So it was challenging at first, but once we proved ourselves, it was a lot easier to navigate. And then also too, when you're used to walking in the room and you're the only female, and being a minority female, sometimes I'm the only person in the room that looks like me, sometimes getting my perspective and my views across has been challenging. But as the community grows and it becomes more diverse and more women are in the room and at the table, it makes it a little bit easier to navigate and the people to understand it. So it's getting better.
And you're a Huntsville native.
Yes.
So how, as you've seen the North Alabama community really grow over the course of the past several decades, how have you seen that in the diversity of the community or the acceptance of minorities, women, both women and people of color?
It has changed. The community is growing. So like any other community, because the population's changing, of course, the people that you see in the rooms has to change to reflect that. So I can say through the years, I've seen that change. I mean, I can remember the very first board meeting that I went into, I was truly the only one there, being a woman and a minority. So now when you walk into those rooms, you're seeing more diversity, you're seeing more inclusion of people from all walks of life in those meetings and in those different opportunities to voice their opinion and get that out. We've got a long way to go to make sure it's completely equal for all parts, but I think that it's slowly striving to try to get to that point.
And have you, what are the benefits of having a diverse background of people when they are collaborating on particular projects?
I think it just is a world of opportunity that's opened up. And when you've got a lot of people in the room with different ideas, different way of thinking, there may be an easier, smarter, simpler way to do it. But if you've got everybody in the room that's thinking the same way, you never get that chance to be exposed or see something different. So I think the more voices that you have in the room, and voices from different communities, different backgrounds, different experiences, helps that make it easier. And that way the community can work a whole lot more cohesively together when you've got everybody in the community working towards that same thing. Because otherwise, I think sometimes it gets one-sided, and if you don't take that opportunity to make sure that everybody's included, it kind of eliminates some people and not feeling part of the community.
Mm-hmm. So you have wrapped up recently a pretty significant leadership role at the local Chamber of Commerce there in Huntsville. What was the most rewarding experience during your leadership time there?
There were so many. Last year was a truly, I guess what I call it, a humbling experience. Being the first African-American woman to actually chair the Huntsville-Madison County Chamber of Commerce was an honor for me. It exposed people to the chamber that may have not have been exposed to it before, or even knew exactly even what the chamber did. So I think it brought in new membership, it brought in a new perspective and a new voice for people that may have not known how the chamber contributes to the community and what the chamber is doing. So it was humbling for me to be able to go out in the community, tell people what the chamber does, and let people know about opportunities that for the economic developments, for the job opportunities and things that were coming that might not have gotten that message any other time. So it was a great experience. I was honored to do it. So, and the chamber is doing great things here in the community. So it was a great experience.
As I read in a previous interview that you did, you stated how important workforce development is in our business community and just in our communities as a whole. And you mentioned how the unemployed, the underemployed, and the folks that are just looking for a new career, that's got to be the focus if we're going to reach our workforce goals of the next 5 years. So how do you think this COVID pandemic has affected our ability to successfully develop the workforce?
I think it's actually opened an opportunity for people to realize what jobs are essential now, what jobs are important that we need to do the day-to-day functions. I think it also, with some people places not opening back up, people actually got a chance to experience other types of jobs, and it made us realize that we've got to concentrate on a lot of the skilled labor work. We've got to concentrate on people that need to be trained in certain areas to make sure that we are truly diversifying our workforce, but giving everybody opportunity to get the jobs that are coming. Here in the North Alabama area, the economy's doing great. It's booming. There's tons of manufacturing facilities. There's lots of other government contractors and things that are opening here, and our workforce is being depleted very quickly. So when you're talking about recruiting people from other areas, or you're talking about getting people that normally wouldn't have those type of jobs, the opportunity, it's just created a chance for you to get additional training, to get additional people in the workforce that may have not have even been looking for a job in that particular industry before. And I think COVID has just made that much more obvious, from the fact that we've got to get people trained and into the jobs that truly are essential to keep our economy going.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's such important work. So if you look over the scope of your career, and you have been involved in so many community aspects, but also in the development and growth of your business, you guys have really just accomplished some wonderful things. Are there any particular achievements or experiences that you're just the most proud of over the course of that time?
There's been a lot of those too. I mean, we have done things that weren't traditional. We consider ourselves a diversified operating company because, yeah, we do have a sector that's in the government contracting, but parts of Project XYZ, we're in the media industry now, broadcast media. We actually have a TV station. We've got manufacturing now. We have been looking for ways for years to be in the automotive industry, since that's growing in the area. So now we actually own a plastic injection molding company over in the Muscle Shoals area to do those type of things. So we truly diversified our portfolio as the company to be able to hit different sectors. So we're not, as they say, having all our eggs in one basket. It's kind of spread out over different industries. And then they all kind of cohesively work together, because it's getting a chance for us to get our voices out and to get our things that we're doing as far as the company out, as far as with the TV station. And then we've even got a restaurant that we're partnered in too. So it's just a way to continue to grow and diversify. You just don't see many companies doing that, especially minority companies doing that. So we're truly trying to show anybody that it's possible. I mean, I grew up the youngest of 10 kids and never thought that I'd be in the position I am now to be running a company that I think the last I counted was 243 employees total for all the different entities. So it's a blessing, because it's not something that I ever dreamed about or even thought that I would be doing now. And to be in this position it's godsend, because that's the only way I can explain it.
I can imagine, though, it was a lot of hustle and a lot of hard work and a lot of sleepless nights, because those things don't just happen. Well, to expand upon that, and this will be the last question today, but What advice would you give for a young person, a young girl, a young minority who aspires to be a leader like yourself one day? What advice would that be?
Just realize it is going to be a lot of sleepless nights. It is going to be a lot of times where it seems like the door is going to shut in front of you. What I've learned throughout the years is just because one person says no doesn't mean that that's no to whatever your dream is. Anybody can, tell you no, but that just might be a no for that person. It might not be the right fit for that person you were asking, but if it's something you truly believe in and truly want to work at, you've just got to keep going and keep trying, and realize that that no doesn't mean you have to stop. It just means that that wasn't the right person to partner with, or that wasn't the right person to work with, and you just got to keep doing it until you can figure out how to make it happen for yourself. And just don't give up on it, because everybody can't see your vision. Everybody can't always see your dream. It's just got to be something that you believe in and keep working towards.
That's great advice. Well, thank you, Kim, for spending time with us today, and congratulations again. We are just so excited to tell your story, and we hope that if there's ever anything Yellowhammer can do for you, you'll let us know.
Oh, please. And again, thank you for doing this and invite me to be part of this distinguished group of women that you're taking the time to acknowledge. So thank you guys again for doing this.